what are the things that are important for you with, even if your business were just to disappear, the things like, let's call it even 1 or 2 or 3 things that are important that you would have to have in your career, right? I'll tell you mine, okay? Mine, number 1, I need to have unlimited opportunity to grow. I can't be in a safe business. I'm willing to take a lot more risk, but and I'm okay with working for someone. That's the difference between you and I.
I don't see you as a big risk taker, though. I think you're very, very, very like calculated in the
So, we'll talk about that later.
I wouldn't even say strategic. I just think calculated.
Okay, we'll talk about all that later. But my thing is like I want the opportunity to be totally up. I can't be in a place that's dead end. And I can't be in a small market.
Like opportunity as in like to become like CEO or to like have a really large market cap?
No, like my position, like I don't want there to be like a cap on my salary or a cap on my bonus or a cap on my commission. I can't. I can't, okay? That would kill all motivation for me. So and it wouldn't really matter where I'm working. That's a no-brainer. Like it has to be. Another one that I'm okay with it. I'm very okay with delayed gratification and delayed reward, but it has to come. If it's not anywhere in the horizon, I do want someone at the very least to be like, okay,
that's super subjective. You can't say that you're okay with delayed gratification. Okay, so let's put it in this way.
Can I not just say my 3?
Okay, wait, you're 3 of what?
My 3 things that are important to me that regardless what industry,
go.
I need them, right?
Go. My bad.
Can't help.
That's number 1. Number 2.
No, okay. So
that wasn't number 1, was it?
No, that number 1 is unlimited opportunity. Number 2 is
This is why we have you on the podcast, Ed. Long-winded.
Number 2 is have to be like recognized at some point. It could be 20 years down the line, but I have to be. And then I would say 3rd, I want to play I want to do big things. I don't want to play small. Like as much as I want to have my own vending machine company, like, you know what I mean? It's too small. I want to play big. I want to play with real markets, real industries, right? Like stuff like that. So I want to be big, and I don't care what industry, market, company, I would go to any one. As long as those 3 check, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
So what's your thing that you'd have to have it? I'm assuming both of you guys, I don't want anyone to be a boss of me.
Maybe earlier on, I'm more okay with it now, but I don't know about the boss side of it. I would.
So you'd work for someone?
I'd partner with someone?
For someone. No. That's the key. For someone. Because, look, I'm partnered too, but...
Technically, you're working for your customers.
Yeah, but exactly. I was going to say, it's subjective because you always work
it's
for somebody.
Something that I've never... sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, bastard.
My bad.
Shut your mouth. So if I work for someone, I have to be very aligned in their vision. Okay, so I can't work for someone that is dying, is aging, is coming toward retirement because their lack of drive is gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're not going to be growing their company anymore. So I have to be given the control to be able to grow it.
Yeah.
And then I can work for somebody, sure. But I have to be giving, managing control.
Okay.
So I'm not really against working for someone as long as their vision aligns with mine because, I do see the impact of partnering, working with someone to have a bigger impact. So going into one of my big reasons, and this has, it's been something that's really changed in me for in the past 2 years. And it's not a green play, but it's something that's going to have influence over the world. So something that can actually affect the world. You know what I mean? It's huge. It's very ambitious. But look, recycling electronics. It's the biggest growing market probably in the entire world right now, tech. All of that tech has to go somewhere. And you're all tech has super harmful things in it. You can't just throw it in the ocean. You can't even throw it into the ground because it spreads into groundwater, all of that stuff. So it has to be taken care of. And ways right now that's being done is they get shredded, separated, you reuse all of it, or ITAD where you're reusing the machines and you're exporting it to different countries. Not to mention that tech is made by homies in different countries that are dying for it, in Africa where you're mining for it and people are breathing in all these fumes. Anyway, so that's in the past 2 years that has really changed, and that's why we took such a big jump into recycling is I wanted to have an actual effect. Second thing is I do, and it kind of goes into the whole thing of like being your own boss, but I will have to have freedom over my schedule. It's a big one. It's not necessarily working for someone or anything like that, but I have to have freedom of my schedule. So if I decide, hey, tomorrow I want to spend some time with my family, I should be able to do that without really having to like, oh, my boss doesn't let me do that. Like, I want to be able to do that. Or, hey, I want to hop over into Brazil and I want to do a trip there, missions trip. I want freedom of my schedule. That's another thing that's super big to me. I don't know.
So those are your non-negotiables.
Those are my
has to affect the planet. Has to be
affect the planet. Like
it has to match the vision you want, and it has to. You have to own your own time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, those are really good, man. My top one, man. It wasn't supposed to be this deep. I was going to say make a bunch of money, but
as long as I'm making all the money,
no, man.
I'm
I
good.
think super important is obviously it has to be able to provide for my family. You know, I don't want anything that's like, oh, I don't know if it's going to.
Smithfield could do that. That's not. That's
what I'm saying. Like, I'm not opposed to working in a company. I'm not opposed to obviously starting a company. I do want it to be able to provide for me and my family. Like, I don't want to worry about money. Another big thing is I want to have time to do my hobbies. My wife was telling me I've got a lot of hobbies.
I like for that conversation. That was a tough convo to hear.
Yeah, apparently I like to do a lot of stuff like podcasts and work and kayak. Who cares about that? No, like I love to go fishing. I love to go kayaking. You know, I like to spend time with my daughter. Like we'll go fishing once in a while together. And I don't want to be like, oh man, I got to go to work. I got this 9 to 5 to do for sure 5 or 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So being free is like a big one.
So you want to own your own time too?
Yeah, I don't know of anyone that doesn't.
That goes into providing for your family, because it's like if you put it all together, like what does that mean? Providing for your family. It's not so base level as just money. Yes, that's the first step, but dude, like being an absent father sucks balls too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Not being there for your wife sucks balls too. You know what I mean. So it's like being there for your family as a whole.
Yeah,
yeah, and I want to be able to share that with like my family, and I want whatever I do for it to be ethical and morally right. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, I'm making money, but I can't really tell you what I'm doing. Like, I want to be able to share my life with my wife and my kids. That's like super important to me too, that everything's like ethically sound.
So if you're a criminal, stop it.
Like even in regular business, I mean, you're faking invoices. You're not, you're not paying taxes, or you're changing logbook times.
See, but that's a crazy thing.